Welcome back everyone, this is going to be race 2 from Zolder for the Neo Racing GT3 Championship on Project Cars 2. So you can see they're all in line. Bidzster was on pole position. And off we go! Good start by everyone. Looks like in the couple of cars darting around. Jay Houston's up the inside of Neil Farmack in the background. As we look through here, Neil's up the inside of Jay Houston still. Stevie in 5th, Jamo 6th, Keith 7th. Jay Houston still looking to attack Neil here, and Stevie looking to attack Jay Houston. Don't know if there was contact there. No, there wasn't. I thought there was, but there wasn't. So we come down towards the chicane. Bidzster's in the lead, getting a little gap. TY second, and then everyone else is going to be third. No! Contacting the braking, Jay Houston hits the back of Neil, but I think they all got away with it just. So Stevie's in 5th, just a little bit behind. So, oh, Stevie spun round, Jabos hit the brakes hard, and everyone else, Constantine, is up. So there's Stevie recovering in the background, so unfortunate for Stevie there. So that spread things out a little bit, but not to worry as we get back to the leaders. Bidzster's in the lead. Oh. Good opening lap here by everyone so far. So Bidzster's in the lead from T. White, Neil, Jay Houston, Jamo, Keith, Blakeney, Royston and Stevie at the back after that little spin. So as they exit the last corner, Bidzster's on it, trying to get a gap. Let's look back at the battle for 5th, Jamo and Keith. Still pretty close. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is the second race, which is a 20 minute sprint race. We've had the previous race 1 on. If you look back at my on my YouTube channel, the Bidzster, you can see the race 1 footage from back there. As they come through that second corner and towards turn 3 and 4. And back down towards the chicane, so it looks like everyone's spreading out again in this one. So apologies again for the zooming in cameras. I'm not under control of that. I'm just flicking between, and it just seems that the cameras are very zoomed in. So hopefully Slack the Mad Studios could fix that for this track. So Bidzster still in the lead. TY's still trying to keep with him. Neil Farmack 3rd. So Team Blue's doing well this race. In this weekend, sorry, so they're doing very well. Still 2nd and 3rd. So as they're going towards that little right-hander at the bottom, looks like Neil's closed up on TY slightly. I think. No, yeah, Jay Houston's still in 4th place in the background. So through the last chicane and out of it, looks like TY's closed the gap on Bidzster slightly as they go across the line, so we'll keep an eye into the first corner. Very deceiving first corner this one. It's a late apex and then you have to run out really wide, but not quite as wide as Neil's doing in the background there, using every millimetre of track to his advantage as they go around to the long turn 2 and turn 3 into turn 4, which is going to be it looks as though you're really fast on the way in, but it tightens up on the way out. Neil goes a little bit, very wide there, starts knowing the grass. So let's look a little bit further back here when the camera decides to wake up. There we are, Jay Houston in 4th, Jamo in 5th, so they're quite close, these two. Into the chicane. Wow, right up on 2 wheels there for Jay Houston. Jamo's going to get a run here. He's on the right hand side, which would be the correct side for the chicane if he wants to try and get through, but he's got to keep the speed. No, has to back out of it. So Jay Houston just scrapes on to keep an hold of 4th place there, sorry. Jam almost took advantage, but just that long sweeper wasn't enough to keep the speed round. So as they go into the little right, very slow right-hander, and then you got the power on. So this little squirmy little bit here, and you can see Bidzster still in front, TY's still close in 2nd place, and then Jay Houston there in 4th, Jamo 5th, Everyone else further back is a little bit more spread out. So let's go back to the battle for the lead. There's TY and Bidzster. I mean, known for the battles, these two. They've had some good battles in the BTCC Replica Championship, which we had last season. So there's some good battles in that. Very good racing, and hopefully this race will be more of the same. As we go into the turn 4, onto the back straight, and towards the chicane, and hopping over those curbs. Bidzster very aggressive over the curbs. TY a bit more subtle that time. Doesn't look like he's close enough to make a move though. Here's Jay Houston and Jamo still quite close. The battle for fourth. Jay Houston goes right over the curbs again and loses speed. Jamo's up the in. Oh, Jamo's got through this time. So Jay Houston lost loads of time there over the curbs. Too aggressive. And ended up almost catapulting himself over. So well done to Jamo there. He's kept onto that position. Meanwhile, Bidzster's run a bit wide. TY's right up behind him. As he come into the right. Bidzster's defending now. He's on to take that defensive line. TY's going to try and get a good run out here. Try and keep on the back of him towards the chicane. Will he try and move? So he's likes the blaze. Bidzster's moving to the middle just to try and defend a little bit into the chicane. And out of it, I think Bidzster got a good line through there. Yeah, he's pulled out a little bit, half a second. He's pulled out a good gap through there. So very good line there through there for Bidzster. So he's gained back some time. Here's Jamo and Jay Houston still battling at it. So Jay Houston still keeping on to the back of Jamo after that faux pas of his at the chicane last time out. So keeping together as we join the leaders. Neil's still keeping close on this battle, so if any of these two make a mistake, Neil will be right in there. But hopefully Neil will not want TY to make a mistake, because that's his teammate after all. So as they go down towards the chicane, and onto the brakes, and then brakes hard. Got to watch out for these curbs, as Bidzster does clearly demonstrate there that you don't hit the curbs too hard, because he's lost about a tenth or two there to TY over those curbs. The curbs at this chicane are not as bad, so you can use a bit more of these ones and be a bit more aggressive over them. Get the power down. Neil's closing up to the back of TY, so TY were a bit slower through there, but I think he got a good run out. As we go up and over the little crest towards the right hander at the end of here, second to last corner. As they go through there, all very neatly through. Jamo's pulled away from Jay Houston a little bit, so Jay Houston might have made a little error in the background, so you can tell from the gap at the top left of the screen. So it's extended a little bit. So as the leading three go through the chicane, TY's visually closer this time, so he's going to try and stick with him through this first sector. Might make a move at the chicane. Let's keep an eye on this. So there's TY coming up towards the turn 2. Around turn 2. He's going to be careful not to get too close, because otherwise the turbulent air will start affecting. He'll scrub his front tyres, but I don't think TY will be too bothered about that at the minute. He'll just want to stay with Bidzster. Try and stop him from pulling away. Neil's backed off this group a little bit. Bidzster defends, so he obviously knows that TY is still quite close. Just make sure he doesn't want to pop it up the inside, just to cover that line off. As they go up and over the rise and towards the chicane again. Let's go on board with TY through here. So we're on board with TY. Oh, a little bit squirmy out of there. Bidzster managed to get another 10 to 2 on him there, just as he came out of that corner. So let's go on board with Neil behind. As you can see, these two battling here. So we've gone to the brakes into the right hand corner. TY's lost the back end. TY's gone round. Completely round. He's on the grass, he's rejoining. Will Jamo be anywhere? No, Jamo's nowhere near, but TY, unlucky there from TY, made an error, so he'll be kicking himself after that. Bidzster's got the breathing room he desires now, so there he is at the last corner, so he's got 1.5 seconds now to Neil Farmack, so unlucky there for TY. Just pushed a little bit too hard on the power out of the corner, and just spun the rears up, and it just, luckily he caught it before he went fully round, so didn't do too bad there. Here's Royston and Stevie a little bit further back. Looks like a nice little battle brewing. Royston's got a bit more pace in this race. He's this time in the last race he was about to get lapped, but he's racing well here. He's defending slightly from Stevie here. Stevie's going to have a dive up the inside onto the brakes. Royston runs wide as well. They both run wide on the brakes, but Stevie gets through. I think Royston was caught out there by Stevie making that move at that late lunge, so good move there by Stevie, a bit late, but he got away with it with the fact that Royston made a mistake as well, so good racing there. So there's Jamo in 4th place, still keeping it consistent, keeping it good over the curbs. There's Jay Hewson just behind. Wait for it. There he is, in 5th place. Keeping it consistent, so he's 1 place better off than he were last time. Keith fell back to 6th place in this race, so a little bit more off the pace in this race is Keith, but I'm sure he'll be back on it. Blake is having a torrid race in this one. He's a whole minute behind the leader, so and he's about 12 seconds behind Royston, so he's not had a good race this one, Blakeney. Probably made a couple of errors, so hopefully he'll be able to get back on the horse next time. There's Bidzster coming through to start lap 8, just over halfway distance. So with the time it should work out to be roughly a 13 lap race, so we are just over halfway. So here he is, coming through turn 2, pushing as hard as he dares, pushing too hard! He's off, he's made a mistake! He's made a big mistake there. That's lost him a load of time. Neil's right up behind him now. This is not what he wanted. He's defending. Neil, he's going to be slow out, so Neil's going to be a bit faster into the chicane. Bidzster's defending. He's saying, you're going that way, Sunshine, if you are going through. Onto the brakes, side by side into the chicane. Bidzster has to go over the curves. Neil goes round and shortcuts the track. So, not sure how that one's going to play out there, but that was a pretty big shortcut there, and Bidzster couldn't do anything on the inside. He was always going to have to take that line, but that was a bit of a shortcut there from Neil, and Bidzster's not happy about it because he's right up behind him. As they go into the right, so into the left and into the right here. Bidzster's having a look at the inside. He's going to get it done now. He's getting it done early. He has a look at the inside, and I don't know, there wasn't contact there, but I think they both slowed each other up. TY's trying to keep on the back of this now. 3-way scrap for the lead. See, Bidzster just flashed his lights there. I don't think you're happy with that move at the chicane, but gotta let that light. Oh, Neil's run wide, and I don't know whether they let him through there or he's gone wide, but Bidzster went through there, so we'll get a little replay on that from on board. Here's the replay of when Neil ran wide and Bidzster went through. So let's see if it was a genuine mistake or he actually let him through. So into the last chicane. Oh no, he just got a little twitch on and then lost the place to Bidzster. So he didn't let him through, it was a genuine mistake from Neil. As we continue, on lap 9, Bidzster's in the lead. Neil second, TY his teammate, right up his gearbox in 3rd place. Recovering after his mistake earlier on in the race. As they go through turn 4 onto the back straight, TY is closing up behind his teammate now. Will he make a move? Or will he stay put? He's going to stay put for now. He's going to let Neil have another go at Bidzster. Neil straight lines that chicane a lot. Here, as they go over the rise. TY, the Aston Martin just behind there. You can see the number 3 TY above his net, above his car. Whoa, bit squirming through there from Bidzster. Around this long sweeping left, trying not to run too wide. Neil just catches the grass a bit but gets away with it as they come into the right corner here. Neil very late on the brakes there. He's closed up a lot on Bidzster through there, so a good braking point there from Neil. But oh, gets a very twitchy out. Just a bit too fast out the corner. TY is going to be alongside now. TY goes through into 2nd place, so Neil's lost himself a position there to his teammate. So let's see if TY can have a go at Bidzster with these last few laps. So we're just about to start lap 10. Should be about a 13 lap race with the time as we go across the line. TY in the second car, the first blue car there, lights ablaze. Just runs a bit wide at the first corner, gets away with it. Into the long left hand, into the long right hander, turn 2 and 3, turn 2 there, turn 3. Turn 3 there, and turn 4, which looks fast on the way in, tightens up on the way out. Be careful not to run too wide. TY's on a mission here. He's hungry for that win. Go onto the brakes, into the chicane. Bidzster hops over, and so does TY. Neil keeps it a bit more straighter that time. And go to the and the rise into the even tighter chicane here. And out of it. Up and up around the banked little right hander here, up over the rise. And down the other side towards the right hander. You see TY's really trying it. Oh, he's trying too hard. He's done the same mistake again. Gone completely round on himself. That's it. That's his race done. He'll not be able to get back up with them now before the end of the race unless they both make a big error. So unlucky there from TY. Jamo's going to be closing up now, but I don't think he'll be close enough now. TY's got his foot down already, so unlucky there from TY. Just catching up to Bidzster, just ended up pushing a bit too hard. So Bidzster, there he is. He can relax a bit more now. Well, I'm not sure about relax too much because he's still got Neil 1.5 seconds behind him, but at least he's not got a car right up his gearbox, so be able to get on with it a bit more. He's pulled out a good half second already. Just he knows TY's made a mistake, so he's going to get the foot down, try not to let Neil close up too much. So as things settle down, the positions are as follows. Bidzster there is P1, Neil there is P2. TY round here somewhere there he is in P3 after the mistake. Jamo P4, waiting to see if TY makes another mistake. Jay Houston there he is in 5th place in the second Team Orange. Having a bit of a better race this time, but that's very hard over the curbs there, Jay. You want to be careful. Here's Keith in 6th place for Team White. We go over the curb, there we go. Stevie's a bit further back. Stevie is here in the second Team Yellow car. In 7th place. Having a bit of a rotten weekend this time out, but hopefully might be able to pick up speed next week. Royston in 8th place there, still trying to get used to the car. He's not on Team White, he's just picked that livery. Just randomly anyway, so just coincide with the others. And here's Keith's teammate Blakeney in the second of the Team White cars, having a bit of a bad weekend this time, but hopefully he'll pick up next time. TY's pulled away from Jamo a bit here. You can see here TY pulled about a second out on Jamo. There he is, so he's back on the pace, but I think it's going to be a bit too late after that mistake. So probably got this lap and then one more remaining after this. So let's have a look at his leader when the camera decides to wake up. There it is, Bidzster in the orange car with the blue trim. Almost outbreaks himself into the chicane, but gets away with it. Lost a couple of tenths, but not too much. And towards down the hill towards the second chicane. We're about to lap Blakeney here, so I've got to see if Blakeney gets out of the way well. We don't do it like Formula 1 where if it's blue flag you've got to move out the way. Blue flag just means there's a faster car approaching behind you. Just to have a look in your mirrors and see if you can make life a bit easier for him. As you come down towards the chicane, there's Blakeney. Bidzster will be hoping he catches him on a straight and not particularly going round a corner. As he comes up to start what should be the last lap of the race. Lap 13. Just ticks over there in the top left corner. Into the first corner. Neil's closed up a little bit. He's still pushing hard. As we go through the second corner into the third corner. Into the fourth corner. Coming out of it, Blakeney's there on the straight. So we'll keep an eye to see if Blakeney's going to get in the way. Bidzster's flashing his lights just to let Blakeney know he's coming up behind him, just so he can see him. To go over the curb. And yeah, Blakeney's moving over to the right hand side. Good sporting gesture there by Blakeney, letting the leaders through. Neil's closed up though, so Bidzster's gone a bit slower there as they were getting past Blakeney, almost a bit too cautious, so he's got to be careful not to let Neil too close because he might have a little sniff, but he's not close enough as of yet to make a move, and he runs a bit wide in the background there, so I think that's not helped his cause as they go into the second to last corner for the last time. Oh, Neil runs wide there. Yeah, Neil run too wide there. That's his race over, so Bidzster can keep it all tight through this last corner. He's going to win the second race, and his first win for a while. First win this season. So, yeah, Bidzster comes up to the line to win race 2 here at Zolder in the Aston Martin. Well done, Bidzster. Good win. And Neil there in second place. TY there in third place after the mistake, so he'll be kicking himself for that. Jamo fourth place. Good consistent weekend for Jamo. Jay Houston fifth place. So 5th and a 6th, not bad there for Jay Houston. Keith, again, another 5th and a 6th, pretty consistent there, so he will finish in 6th place. Stevie there in 7th place after a bit of a bad weekend. Same with Blakeney, 8th place, a bit of a bad weekend for him also. He's finished in 8th place. And Royston, his first weekend in the championship, not done a bad job to finish there in 9th place, so at least he didn't fall as far back in this one. So there's your winner, Bidzster, winner of the second race, when the camera decides to wake up and give us a shot of our race winner. There he is coming down the straight, so well done for Bidzster. So we'll see you guys next time out. Take care.